Ever see those people who post all the time on multiple platforms and wonder, how the heck do they do that? I have 4 secrets for you to keep in mind for successful content creation. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend. I'm here to simplify content creation for you so that you can get back to what's most important in your business. Today, I'm talking all about successful content creation, which of course is my jam. It's what I love. It's what I get fired up about and what I really help people with as a business coach and a content creation strategist. I believe so much in relationship marketing, content marketing, but I also believe that it shouldn't be the thing that you, as the CEO of your business, are spending a ton of time on, because you can't outsource being the CEO, right? So making sure that this is important to your business, but not the thing that you are spending the most time on. That's my jam. So if that's something you want to learn, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so that you can see when I have something new coming out for you. And let me know in the comments below, what is your biggest pain point when it comes to content creation? For me, it was that I always felt like I just didn't have enough time. And I was, like you, probably looking at all these people who are posting on a bajillion platforms all the time. And I'm going like, how do they do it? This is insane. How are they doing this? And of course, some of them have gotten to the point where they have these huge teams, but even if you don't have a huge team, here's some things to keep in mind. Okay, so like I said, I have 4 secrets to the truth about successful content creation. And number 1 is, if you want to be on multiple platforms, you have to have a successful repurposing strategy. So for me, I wanted to be on multiple platforms, and I was trying very hard to create content for all these platforms, and I failed miserably. You know why? Because I would be on fire one week and I'd have 0 energy for it the next week, and consistency just never happened. And I could never keep up with multiple platforms. It was really just, even one platform was hard for consistency, but I'm going to go into that in just a minute, a tip for that. So you must have a successful repurposing strategy. And I have one that I teach inside my courses. And again, I failed miserably at this for a long time. And it wasn't until I figured out this piece to my puzzle of content creation that I started being able to show up in multiple ways for multiple people and new audiences on different platforms. Because at the time, I really could only keep up with one platform, and I was limited to that platform. And not that it was bad that I was doing that. I think most everyone would agree you should build your one platform at a time, but I have a different idea about that. And so just to wrap up point 1, if you want to be on multiple platforms, you really need a successful repurposing strategy. It's really not going to save you any time or give you any benefits by creating content for all those platforms if you don't have a repurposing strategy. So the second secret I want you to keep in mind as a successful content creator is that a lot of things that are repurposed for other people, so if you're watching all these people who are all over the place, they're in multiple platforms, it's probably because they have help. And you might be thinking, okay, well, that counts me out. I can't hire help. I can't hire a social media manager or a VA or whatever it is. It's actually more affordable than you might think. But even if you are not in that place, as long as you have that repurposing strategy, it's not going to take you a ton of time to put all that content out for yourself. Just keep in mind that if you are comparing yourself as a solopreneur to someone who is all over the place with a team, it's a little different of a situation. So just keep that in mind. It's not that big of a secret, but someone who says they post consistently on all these platforms, like myself, has a team. And I didn't have a team until I hired my first VA almost 2 years ago, and it's been a magical experience because up to that point, I was doing everything myself as a service provider with 2 kids. So I've been there, I get it. But until that point, even after hiring her, I still wasn't on a billion platforms like I am now. So it takes time to get to the point where you're understanding your repurposing strategy and hopefully outsourcing part of that. And what I love about my system is that my people that I outsource to, so I have a social media manager and a VA, and both of those people do not have to come up with this just out of the hat random content. They're taking from something I have already created and they're using my words. So my messaging is strong throughout. So when you are at the place where you can start outsourcing, remember that your repurposing strategy is really important so that you can start passing off your message to other people, but they're not having to come up with the content. They're actually drawing from things that you have already created and using your own words. Number 3, batching. And you guys know I talk about batching all the time. If you want to know more about that, you can watch one of the billions of videos on my channel. But I love batching. It has saved my content creation. But here's the secret. Batching is the only thing that can guarantee consistency with your content creation. So if you are struggling to put content out consistently, not to mention multiple platforms, just one platform. If you're struggling to put content out on one platform consistently, it's time to have a batching strategy. This is something I help people with, not just showing them how to do it, but I actually facilitate it every week inside my group. I have a batching session where people can come and batch with me, and I help them with their goals of what they need to get done by the end of the batch session. So batching is going to save you right now. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This is my 4th video today. I've already recorded 3 videos today. So as you know now, I sit down, I record all my videos at once, and for a long time it took a little bit of accountability to make sure that got done, but now I'm able to just knock it out myself. So batching is the only way I am able to be consistent, not only here on YouTube, but on all my other platforms, because all my content derives from whatever I'm creating on YouTube. So make sure that you have a batching strategy that makes sense. If you want more tips on that, let me know in the comments below. Batching is my jam. I'm telling you, it's been a lifesaver. So I spend 1 day a month creating my content for the next month, and I'm done. I'm done with all my content because I just sat down and I got it all out of the way, and now I can focus on what's most important in my business as the CEO of my business. Okay, so here's the big one. This is the last thing I need you to keep in mind, and I just come closer. I want you to listen to this really, really, really carefully. Okay, content creation is 1000% harder when you have unclear messaging, when you don't know what you are leading people to, when you don't know what your mission is, when you don't know who you're helping and how you're helping them and what we're leading them to. If you're just kind of in this murky water of, I can help people do all these things, and there's really no definition, no focus. If you're unfocused, your audience will be unfocused. The whole batching thing, the whole repurposing thing, that will not happen. You cannot batch if you don't have a clear vision of what you want to create, right? You have to have all your ideas before you sit down to batch. If you spend your time in your batch session creating the ideas and the topics and the outlines, then you're not doing it right, guys. The batch creation needs to be done as creation. So if you're wasting time in the only time you have to create a video, let's say, for me, that's when my kids are out of the house, which is rare in a quarantine, right? My sister has them right now. So I have to plan very far in advance, which means I have to be ready. So all my topics for the entire year, as you all know, I plan very far in advance. I plan all my topics for the entire year in one day the year before. And it's based around my business goals, my authority goals, what I want to get accomplished, what I want to do, who I want to reach, what brands I want to partner with. All the dreams that I have for my business in the next year go into my content plan, and it's planned very, very far in advance. So I have been thinking about this topic that you are watching today since 2019. If you can believe it. It's true. And because I do that, that means when I do have time, when my kids are finally out of the house is quiet, and I am able to sit down, turn on my camera, and get going, I don't have to waste any time on coming up with what I'm going to say. All I have to do is turn on the camera and get going. So if you are struggling with your mission, if you're struggling with how you help people or the direction you're going with your business, what you can offer them, how you can make money off of those offers, any part of that, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to help you through that process. I'm hoping to bring on a couple more coaching calls where I can show you guys how I go through this. And so some of them will be recorded, or you can submit a video to me. That is something that I want to be able to help you with. It's something I take on free coaching calls, free 30-minute coaching calls. The link is in the description. So I do this regularly for people all the time when they're feeling stuck, when they're not feeling ready to move forward with content creation because they don't understand their messaging. This is the biggest problem I see in content creation, is really that there is no plan. There's murky messaging. You have no clear direction. You don't even know what to call yourself, right? So let's get that settled so that you can start batching, repurposing, and doing the other things that are really gonna make you a successful content creator. I'm so glad you stopped by today. I hope that this was beneficial. If it was, give me a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with your business bestie and make sure that they are benefiting from this content as well. I'm here for you. I can't wait to see what you create next. I'll be here next week, and I hope to see you here too.